players play this out. Sometimes they have great performances. Sometimes they feel a bit stale. I feel like Secret maybe has a bit of an advantage over ITB, but during the course of this draft, there were good answers from ITB. It's like, well, we're kind of on point of what you're looking to play these heroes at. Which lanes are you going to be looking at? Like, they had a clean idea how they want to execute this, but I'd still give them like a 65-35, maybe 60-40 on the side of Secret, so it's not like a outdraft in my eyes, but it is definitely looking a little bit more stable. You have more tools to live with. But this is also like, if the Broodmother doesn't have a good lane versus the Naga, which can also happen, you are letting this Naga get into this game, and that might be an issue for Secret.
Let's see how it goes. Again, game one should be very, very, very intriguing here between these two teams. Kind of sets the pace of the whole series. Is already Immersion being chased down here on the Earthshaker. He's in the middle of nowhere. Yamich is going to keep the vision up, and there's surely no way out for him. Is Armel even showing up? Just a matter of who you want to give first blood to. Does Armel want to go for the onslaught level 1? Looks like Yamich instead will just take the kill. So they're just happy to secure the first blood. Yamich will hand the tip over to Immersion straight away, as you naturally do. And that's already a really strong start.
Yeah, Secret's happy with that. They had a 3-man rotation for the first blood, still getting 2 out of the 4 bounties. So you're pretty happy with first blood, the gold being exchanged pretty evenly between the two teams. And now you just roll out with your laning stage with a Monkey King picking up first blood. I think that's a good hero to also have it on. Of course, the best situation would be let your mid have it. Like, you get that earlier bottle timing, potentially faster boots. Just like the things that you just benefit so much more from. But if you have it like on a Monkey King, potentially we might see Yamish just bring more regen for the lane. You know you're going to be up against, well, in this case, it is a snap 5, so they did do the smart decision of let's not sack this Naga lane completely, but have a range support who's able to brawl back and even the scales a little bit.
I really can't wait to see how all this goes. Like, mid lane's the one I'm really keeping an eye on here, because it does feel like Supreme should have somewhat an advantage right on this puck. Like, not only in terms of CSing, but just the harassment game here onto Armel. The Armel is currently top of the CS board in the Primal Beast's bottom lane. They do get a little bit aggressive here onto Boom, but he's able to kind of close the gap. And this is another lane where I feel like you were saying already, the Naga shouldn't really have too many issues against this Broodmother.
The thing is, I had a question for you, Mike. Are you how heavily biased are you towards Armel and the SEA? Like,
I'm not that biased. Come on now. Come on now. We'll let the bias go, at least for now. Maybe if he wins, then I'll start the bias in the interview or something.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure about that. I know you're SEA boys. I was actually when I was casting like the say Pro Series. The course of last year, I did do a couple SEA events, and I was like, man, it's actually a super competitive region with a lot of great teams coming out and getting to witness, the likes of Armel, the mid matchups that he had to play up against and stuff. And it was like, yeah, you're in for a good time when you watch this guy play.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it, not me. I don't want people getting upset too early with me. I mean, I haven't been in Western Europe for a long time, so we'll hold the bias for a bit later on. Still, I mean, ITB, I'd love to see these guys pull off a victory here against Secret as well. It'd be a huge deal for them here for Division 2. So far, the lanes are pretty evenly matched. Chrysalis is having a much better time than I think one would expect. Currently 12-5 in terms of CS on the Abaddon. Having a really darn good time. And they are just kind of avoiding the lane matchup altogether. Like, Puppy's just pulling small camp, Immersion's trying to pull the creep wave back the way of the Viper. But Puppy's going to be very annoying with the poison touch, just not allowing to do so without taking a hell of a lot of harassment. Nice little cheeky block there from Immersion. Trying to fight over the 3-minute bounty rune timing. He will be able to pick it up. This is kind of the thing for the Earthshaker, right? In this kind of lane, he doesn't have much to do. So he's going to find other things across the map to actually get done. And, well, he's just being a bit of a nuisance now. Just kind of making Puppy chase him around the map.
Yeah, that is the thing, right? Like, he's forcing the attention away, basically, for this Viper to just duel up against the Abaddon. Making sure you're going to get that farm on your core, Crystallis, even though he doesn't get too much about this this lane tranquility. Like we saw, that the creep wave was pulled behind the tier 1 tower, but the Shaker's making sure that Puppy's never going to get a pull out, right? Like he spent 2 sentries already in this top half of the map, like trying to get that easy camp open, and he's still running around just blocking camps because, like we said, he's not going to win a duel versus this Dazzle ever. Like he's just going to be taking hits, so might as well use that time efficiently. Force him onto you the whole time and see what you can pull out. And he's been blocking creep waves, he's been blocking camps, keeping him on the move. Like Poppy, of course, is dealing a decent amount of damage onto the Shaker, but might actually even get a kill.
Yeah, he may. Poppy's slowed him down so much here. Oh, one more hit would have done it. I don't believe he's dead. He's barely okay, but I think one more right click would have done the job. That bonus armor he got from the tower, though, really did save him.
Yeah, the big difference maker as well. Puppy did get the boots of speed, so he's keeping up to the movement speed of the Shaker. It's like 360 versus 350. One more right click would have actually given them a second kill, and that would have given a lot of experience for Dazzle as well. Could have gotten that level 2. You get that extra nuke in case, like, you could just rotate to the lane, maybe try to deal some extra harass onto the Abaddon. But right now it's just, you know, a farming lane in top. Both of the cores are going to be happy with what's going on right now. Neither is getting an actual advantage over the other. Of course, the Viper would love to be more aggressive, but you do that through levels. Bottom lane, though.
Yeah, bottom lane. They're going to try and make a jump in. Respect in some danger. Boom, going to try and chase them down. The Yamich is dropping rather low himself right now on the Monkey King, so he's actually the one to drop. Otaka able to pick up the kill. Boom, I mean, they were trying their best to trade something, but it is very hard in this lane to actually get any form of an advantage here for the side of Secret.
You got a lot of lockdown on these two heroes, like the extra ensnare into the cookie stun. You should always get a guaranteed combination onto the enemy hero. And now that you have the illusions with the Riptide, it's just so much damage. We see the combo come out once again in bottom. Boom might just be dead.
Yeah, Boom.
All right, he's going
to be okay. Mr. Panda, I'd hate to leave early, but I do have to attend something else very, very quickly, so enjoy doing some play-by-play for the viewers.
That is completely fine. Well, I'll be taking over. Thank God we have 2 play-by-play casters in the studio. So that is basically, you know, just us looking at ITB and Secret here, and potentially, can they get a kill onto Boom? This time looks like around it's going to be possible. Armel coming up with the rotation, looking for Otakar and Respect, but they're able to juke it for the time being. Pulverize comes up for Armel as he is already level 6, hits level 7 with that kill, and punishing the Naga at least for one time. Potentially building up into a pretty good game for this Primal Beast if he's able to get these early kills. Especially, the plan was to get this Primal Beast early active. So this is one of the moves to make, and especially getting a kill onto the Naga. That is pretty huge. CS, however, at least in terms for Crystal, is going to start working his way towards the Radiance. And picking up that cheeky magic wand in between as well. But mid lane, though, they are going to go for a bit of a dive here, attempting to do some damage onto Supreme. But Immersion, he's got that fissure ready. We'll go for the block onto the Primal Beast. Cookie stunt to follow up as well. The Grave's going to buy some time. Is Armel going to be tanky enough? Pops the Uproar. Bottle Charge is not going to be enough. Supreme going to go for the snipe. And Puppy has to back away from the situation. He's done all he can to try and save his Primal Beast. But Supreme, he comes out strong with that support rotation coming into the mid lane. And especially since the Naga is kind of fine with what's happening. Brood is just farming up. Naga getting some time to hit some creeps with all the supports moving into mid. Might as well just make a move onto the Primal Beast, get a kill, and she's still happy with the trade that's happening. Looking for a bit of camp stacks as well. Immersion trying to get a beefy set of jungle stacks for this Naga. Otakar going to need a lot of time on his hands this game, but Respect going to get hit by the Boundless Strike. Armel going to grab it with the Pulverize. It should be a very dead Snapfire to me. Almich going to pick up the Jingu stacks as well for the extra damage, and that is going to seal out the kill. If he didn't have it, might have been a Snapfire walking away, but Armel following up with the extra damage, and Yamich getting himself the second kill of the game. Immersion, Sibe, sitting up for Crystals, but he is level 7 and already picked up Borrowed Time, so Not going to be much of an opportunity to take him down. This Abaddon is going to be really hard to kill. Momentary calm phase in the game. Just going to be waiting for those next item timings. Boom also wants to make a move towards the tower as he's already hit level 7 on the Brood. Keep up the pressure. And more stacks. Look like Xibe might be the one to get at least a couple CS in his name. So if you are wondering, Mike had... you know, he had to go, but don't worry, I won't be leaving you, fellow viewers. I will be keeping you guys entertained. Do not worry. We're not leaving you alone. 2k lead for Secret pretty early on. Happy with this Abaddon just free farming. Armel, despite getting killed once, doesn't feel like he's going to be hindered too much about it, but he needs to get to that BKB timing. And as they smoke up with Puppy and Armel, Supreme is going to be a very, very tough catch. Potentially just going to invade the straight-up jungle here. And Immersion's going to be spotted, and that is going to be a very dead shaker. Armel getting the full damage combination out, and with the help of that haste rune, he will get some extra poke in as well onto Supreme. Supreme forced away. Does have the coil available. Respect, however, he's level 4 on the Snapfire. No more of these available. If they did, they could potentially try something with the Dream Coil combined with Mortimer's Kisses. Supports being a bit XP starved and talking about experience. Puppy's still level 3. He's spending most of his time just running around the map, you know, trying to help out his buddies. Not really too much action going on. And all the fights that are happening, it feels like he's just... you know, not strong enough. So he's just going to throw out the casual shallow grave, maybe put himself in peril as he does make those moves. But with experience, it is going to get help. It is going to get better for this Dazzle. Smoke towards the bottom lane. Supreme and Respect joining Autaker. Potentially looking for a kill onto Boom, who's currently just hiding in the tree line. And he feels like he's got information about this. A lot of heroes missing in the lanes. Don't want to make a false move and show yourself. So that smoke, it's gonna be dodged. And
Spider, mate.
Hey, that's a crikey co-caster we got here. Hello, Blizzard.
It's a crikey spider, mate. How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing quite good here. You know, we had a bit of a solo class session here, but it seems like we have Blizzard taking over. How you doing, dude?
Ah, doing fine, doing fine. I literally woke up 30 minutes ago.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's the NA life, you know, NA schedule.
Yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah, you understand it very well. What's happening, by the way, in the game so far? How's it going? Like, I was watching the draft a little bit, and I noticed that they switcherooed the Abaddon to position 1, right?
Yeah, so they basically just went for a carry last pick, and they were like, well, we can flex the Monkey and the Primal Beast. Abaddon's basically just been free farming. Crystallis enjoying his game. You know, 83 last hits in 12 minutes. You've also got a decent game coming up for Armel, finding a couple kills, and Boom is also free farming on the Brood. So technically the only hero on the side of ITB that has been uncontested is the Puck right now. And they're 5k behind because of it too. Like, oh damn. Actually, look at Yamage's net worth. This guy is at almost 4,000 net worth. He's almost catching up to the Viper.
Yeah, so the Monkey... I could see it, like, during the draft, they picked this Monkey very early, and you have Crystallis on your squad, right? Like, Team Secret. I know, like, hello chat, by the way. I'm sure that the only people in the chat right now are diehard Secret fanboys.
Pretty much.
So... all of you do know that this guy, if he can play Monkey, he's gonna play it. So it's a nice debate from Secret. They pick the Monkey, they switch it on position 4, they pick Abaddon, who's amazing, by the way, I think, in this game. I'm not sure, let's see, like, later on what Crystallis does, but it looks like a really nice Abaddon Radiance game. You're playing versus a Naga. Like, she hates playing versus these Radiance boys, so... yeah, it looks decent and a good start from them so far.
You got a lot of good answers, like the Dazzle with the Shard. You can destroy the illusions. Basically, the Primal Beast being played as a core. Very tanky, very beefy, giving that extra buff up for the Abaddon. They just have a lot of frontline presence. And they have good answers to all of the heroes on the side of ITB, and likewise ITB. I feel like they have a timing on specific heroes, like the Earth Shaker. I feel like if you're looking at Shaker as a brood counter, you will not necessarily destroy the brood later on in the game because, you know, Greaves, potential pipe. It's like Echo Slam is no longer like, I'm gonna blow up this brood, right?
Yeah, I don't think the Shaker is picked as like a big brood answer anymore. It's just a this was a Viper offlane, right?
Yes, it was.
That's the reason.
There's a lot of lane shenanigans going on there.
Yeah, so that's the reason why they picked the Shaker. You get the Viper, you have some position 4 that can block the waves, help him out a little bit. He's not really the best laner, so it makes sense that they picked him. But later on in the game, Echo is always nice, right? Like you always want to see that one big bad Echo happening, no matter what. Maybe the brood forgets, you know. Can happen.
Let's see what happens in mid. They're going to jump the Monkey King here. Does get the Boundless strike out at the same time. They have that DD on Puck pushing the tower, but Armel is going to charge in. They will look for the Shaker kill instantaneously. That's going to be one big pick off, but the Puck now, Boom makes a rotation to mid too, and they could kill potentially either the Snap or the Puck, but the Pulverize does connect, and they will look for the Puck kill. Phase Shift is available, and the Illusory Orb as well, able to jump away from Boom, but they are going to convert into a tower push.
I was going to say, it does look like a free Puck game, more or less, until Dazzle has a shard. And it does look that way, but I'm not so sure. Like, I've seen this matchup Primal into these spirits, these Pucks, and usually what happens is he finds a way to get on top of you. He still finds a way to use a Pulverize on you, and then you feed. Yeah. You know, it doesn't really matter that you're very elusive. Like, this giant beast still catches up somehow. It's like a horror movie, man. Get me out.
It is kind of, yeah.
Did you play Evolve ever?
Evolve. I know, I've heard of the name, but I haven't actually.
I think that's the name of the game. It's basically like 4 versus 1. Like you're playing versus this one beast, and his job is to kill all of you on a big map. And he evolves over time, like gets stronger and stronger. So you need to get him as fast as possible. Basically, that's Primal Beast, like the ultimate 1v4. Get in. Use Pulverize.
That is true. Yeah, and when you think about it, that is true because he's scaling to 25. Like the Magic Piercing, Pulverize, the itemization that you build up is like you worry about him early on because he's got like the biggest mobility compared to most of the heroes at like level 1, level 2 with the Onslaught. You go into BKB. Oh, that's another issue we have to address. Do we have the damage to kill him after or before, or even during as he charges in? And then you can still be this big, effective, big beast that you are, like later into the game.
I love how you say big beast.
You want to put more emphasis on it?
No, it's great. It's perfect. It's perfect. Who's gonna be the big beast on ITB? Into the breach.
On ITB. Yeah. You know, like, we always talk about the Naga, which is kind of like, is this gonna be dead net worth, right? It's just a lot of farm, but no impact.
Oh,
so
he's gonna get maybe less impact. Never mind, sleep.
That's a that's a good read onto the Onslaught charge. You hear the roar come out, pop your song.
He didn't BKB. He's got it. Like he could have arguably used it, but what are the chances they kill her there? Like very minimal, right?
Yeah, and you gotta force out like. They have all TPs available. They could have just shown up in force, and you're like, okay, I used the BKB, and we lose 3 heroes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I love how Yamich is just showing something like all these snacks they're giving players bonuses. It's like, what's his name from Whitemon as well. Like
Whitemon, yeah.
The snack master.
The snack master, indeed.
Are we waiting for a big item? What's going on? Let me see. Like there's I only have the PGM, so I'm not in game. Obviously, I came a little bit later, but
it's all right. Well, I mean, yeah. We've got Puck with like Witchblade Blink going for Boots of Travel. That's not like the biggest item. I guess you want a bit more auras. However, Armel's just gonna take down Respect, and Naga needs a bit more time. Naga getting all these kills would also be a good thing. Supreme, however, will snatch it in between, just with that extra burst damage. You don't really want to hold on to that force that you have, but Crystallis, he is moving a bit deep here. All right, don't think you're gonna have a chance to kill this this Abaddon.
Yeah, I didn't see anything big. Like even the Orchid on Naga, I'm thinking, yeah, you got the Orchid, but you're still playing into this map.
Yep. Oh,
you're playing into.
They try to burst the Abaddon.
You can't, right? Like, it's not possible with their heroes. Puck is caught mid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, okay, that was a bit of a mishap. But that's what you were talking about. Primal Beast, you know, versus Puck. Think you can get away? No, sir.
It's kind of stupid. Like, Puck is supposed to be this ever-elusive hero, and then he gets caught by this massive beast.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They know where Yamich
Rotation's
is.
top. They know there's no Naga song. Wait, he canceled teleport? Okay. I guess they weren't feeling the fight too much then.
Radiant's bottom tower.
It's okay, like, even the fact that 19 minutes in, Secret are still holding on to this tier 1 tower on top lane.
Structures are fortified.
Otakar trying to cut the right tree, he's wrong.
Is under attack.
Wrong! Oh man,
He says no.
Trump is in my head too, but wrong! Rent-free.
Ding dong.
Yeah, like 8k ahead on Secret. Like this is massive for 19 minutes in. Like,
Oh, Armel just walks into a gank squad. There's going to be a lot of heroes showing up for Armel. Oh, he's been awoken from a very, very angry sleep there. Got the coil as well, going to take down Crystallis, maybe even Puppy's Dazzle on the side, but Immersion's going to be taking a hell of a lot of damage. Yamich is also down Secret. They're going to end up losing more heroes than they signed up for.
Okay.
And that's going to be the ulti popped on the Abaddon, trying to make a run for it. Crystallis being chased. Otakar, a couple more seconds for the ensnare. Puck is also in the front. They're going to use
Surround,
the song. All
surround.
Real punishment.
okay, that 8k just halved. It's 4k now. I'm maybe even Rush, so maybe
It's
even
gonna be more.
Yeah. Very, very nicely done by Armel, running uphill without vision like that. Just gets. I'm being obviously sarcastic, but
Dire's middle tower
it happens.
We have a term for that in Finnish Dota. We talk about power fantasies when you're like, yeah, the strongest in this game right now. And,
Look at that.
okay.
Boom. What up? Wrong neighborhood, bro. And then they. Yep.
And that sparked off a chain of events.
It did. One after another, they run in, like this Dreamcoil catching both Crystallis and Puppy. I feel like that really hurt them. Brood completely controlled on the side. Immersion just destroys the spiders, so they don't do much. They leave the best for last. They kill off this Crystallis. The Brood does survive at least, so that's something. But no, you can't be... like, if you're a Secret, you just had such a massive lead. You threw it away super hard. And you do need a Manta on Abaddon. I feel like that he needs that to start fighting properly.
Yeah. It does feel like you gave that lead away a bit too easily in a way too. It's like you already lost your Primal Beast, but I guess somebody still made the call like, yeah, let's fight, let's go. It just didn't pay off in the end, and he ended up losing a lot of heroes for that. And Primal Beast, is that a... Does he have his Aghanims ready? Oh, he's got a double Ogre Club here.
Well,
Wait, he's got 2 Ogre Axes.
was he trying?
And he has a...
Was he trying to buy a BKB maybe? And
He already has
He
BK.
has-
He's trying to build Ags, but he's missed out
I
on
mean,
an item.
the hero is big. He's not very smart. You know, that's what Primal
That's
Beast is. He's primal. He needs Ogre Axe, more strength. Let's go.
He's got a plenty of that, and this Viper looks like he's just going to go down straight
God.
away. But the Naga Siren TP has been cancelled by Yamich. He's not going to be running away. They know this is a guaranteed kill, so they will follow it up at the Jukes. The Jukes for now, no Quelling Blade off cooldown, so this Naga Siren ends up getting caught. Big kill for Secret.
Yeah, that's my kind of a hero. You know, more strength. No int needed. Big boy. Let's go. Yeah, you see, like,
Have you seen Old Spice commercials?
of course.
Do you remember the one where
Terry Crews.
under attack.
Terry Crews, where his brain goes out and he's like, this was a powerful mistake.
I can't remember that one, but then again, my memory isn't that great. I can't remember many things. So
Oh, you should watch that during the break, because I think that's also like you got all this muscle, but you don't have brain, and then it's like that was a powerful mistake.
I'll probably watch it for like 100th time, but you know, maybe I'll recall it this time around. Anyway, they get that Naga. That was a pretty big pick-off, because she was on top of the network chart, still kinda keeping distance. Now you actually get to kill her. It's one of those things. He was TPing way too close to the enemy squad. You were TPing from the trees, but you have to remember, bro, you have a monkey against you, so TPing against him is difficult. And yeah, that's the mystery. The mystery of 2 Ogre Axes has been solved.
Oh, there's
Monsieur
plenty of
Poirot.
vision. Sending out the, the spider configs. You've got them running around all over the place. A lot of vision being provided, so they know ITB is in the area. But they don't want to take the straight-up fight under a ward position. And now ITB are going to go for a smoke instead.
Yep. Hello, boom.
Let's see how patient Secret are.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a good scan. We'll scout them out. They've got the information required. Puck's going to show himself in mid. And Brute actually getting caught, but is this just a bait? Armel charging in. Echo Sign comes out as well. Only does a decent amount of damage onto the Brute, but not enough. And ITB, they're going to drop the ball on this one. They jump for the bait, but you have been baited, sir. Secret, they take 2 kills, and looks like they're going to go straight to Roche.
Straight into the pit. There's no Echo as well. Nice attempt from the Earthshaker to Echo while the Primal was charging in, but man just uses BKB this time around. The Armel on point, and that was such an obvious bait. I'm surprised ITB ate it. It's like, it's one of those puppy baits. Like it wasn't puppy. Up front, obviously, he's playing Dazzle, he cannot do it. But whenever you're playing Secret, if you see something that's too good to be true, it probably goddamn is. Just leave it alone, move away. He loves these. I'm gonna put my tankiest hero up front and just bait on him. He loves these plays.
ITV going to be in a bit of trouble after these last few engagements. And now Naga, Manta up, Orchid up, and Heart is on the way. 300-ish gold until he's got it finished. Again, the question arises, is this Naga going to be strong enough? At least Crystallis, he's on a really good roll with his farm pace, despite the Naga doing over 10 CS per minute, 270 at 25 minutes. Abaddon following close behind. Has only died once, and that was that one big fight behind the Roche pit.
There's always the difference, right? One is an Abaddon, like he doesn't really farm that fast, and one is a Naga. Has her pesky illusions all over the map. She's supposed to be up front, but the Blink Dagger actually changes many things. When you get that blink on Abaddon, you just blink on top of a target, you Manta.
Armel is hunting with an Invis rune, and they will catch the puck into the pulverized. Orchid comes out onto the Monkey King as well. Trample damage with the onslaught. It's not going to be enough. They're going to take down Yamich, and Puppy might just follow as well. Yes, he will. Supreme comes to help out Otakar for some extra damage. Drops down the coil. That's still 2,000 HP to burn through. The Uproar does a bit of damage onto the Naga Siren. Broken as well.
I love how
While Crystallis is hunting down the Earthshaker, goes straight with the blink and silenced up. Nothing you can do. You're just constantly cursed. Now Viper tries to TP away, but the damage is overwhelming.
Zibe,
Double for Crystallis.
my friend, he just walked in, said hi, died. Very unfortunate. And
We've
that's
seen that movie before today.
yeah, and that's the problem, right? Like if you're playing versus Abaddon, who's got Manta, don't count on your spells. Like, don't count that you'll use them. Once he starts hitting you with illusions, you're silenced within a second.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See what they can do with this high ground push. They've got the Mortys flying in. We'll fend off Boom and Crystallis for the time being.
Mortys, someone should put like Rick and Mortys just flying
Oh
in.
yeah, that would be great.
Or should she be riding a big giant lizard Morty? There's probably some copyright issues there, but it would be fun to see.
I mean, depends, Dota getting a sponsorship.
Wait, don't we have a
collaboration?
Don't we have like a announcer, Morty announcer? We do, right?
Yeah, there is actually. That is true.
There you go.
Immersion gonna get caught in the river. Yamich and Crystal is gonna surround the Shaker, and Shaker just
Echo
doing
them.
whatever he can to survive, but not gonna be enough. And in the top lane, Boom, right next to Respect, there's the cookie stun onto the Spider. 3-man rotation webs should be connecting as well. Nah, they're gonna need it. Just a coil. Coil snaps. So does Boom.
Got him.
You've actually imprinted that idea of flying Mortys.
Just flying Morty heads or full Mortys. What do you imagine?
Yeah, and then they all scream as they fly.
There's an episode with big heads, I think, of Morty in the sky. No, that was like big moon head. Whatever. Never mind. Who's caught?
They got the Naga actually inside here. Down a half HP, still has Manta. Echo Slam holds the Abaddon at bay. Sibe trying to give up the buffs onto this Naga Siren, but the fight's getting split. You've got to get close to the Naga, and Armel's going to charge away Respect. However, in a very dangerous position, they take down Puppy, and they have forced out the ulti off of Abaddon with borrowed time.
Can they kill
Literally
him?
borrow time right now. Can they actually kill him? Doesn't look like it.
Nice.
Still a Pulverize available. Go for the haste. Oh, the silence on Puck. Puck's in trouble. Just get the haste to use, though.
Yeah, it does.
Very close.
It does silence you. Luckily, it doesn't nullify you, so he lives.
Oh, that would be broken if you actually were able to dispel it, too.
Ah,
But they're just going to go straight in. Immersion doesn't get on the high ground. He's still stuck on the low ground. Oh, boy.
Maybe they can...
Abaddon. 2
Yeah.
more seconds for ulti. Armel charging and zoning out the rest.
Yeah. I mean, 20 seconds on the Aegis, you don't even want to finish him off anymore, right?
Spike trying to make it to the high ground. Crystal is going to keep on diving. Pops his borrowed time. Meanwhile, Sibe is going to be torn to shreds on the low ground. Dinosaurs, maces, spiders, everything chewing and hacking and smashing you down.
Yeah, they...
Nothing left of the Viper.
I'm not sure, like, they were hunting so hard for an Abaddon that has an Aegis. Your Naga is still on the top lane, just farming up. I guess that's a good thing, but overall, it's not that great that you're giving them the net worth advantage again. Not a huge one, not a massive one, only 5k 13 minutes in now. That's not as big as before, but... Most,
All right.
Yeah.
Since you only see the PGM, if we can look at Puck's quick buy,
Yeah.
what do you see?
Oh, Dagon 5, let's go. Zap him. So you said before they tried it. They tried it. they tried to they tried to burst the Abaddon. I don't think that they can do it right now, but with Dagon 5, maybe you can burst him before his ulti.
It is possible. Fire in big trouble though, getting chewed. Also get the stun to connect onto Immersion. Shaker not feeling very healthy right now. Siba is like, oh hell no. Whoa. He just turns around, goes back to base.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
High ground push, or what's happening? Puck is steeping straight into them. This is kind of dangerous.
Yep, that's a bit of a Monka TP.
Radiant's
We'll lose
middle
the tower.
has fallen.
He's just gonna cut the creep wave.
Yeah, but they
We still have a catapult, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna matter much.
Are fortified.
need to kill the Carti somehow.
Now, how do you get the Cardi?
And Dazzle versus Naga is actually like really good.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Those illusions are
Makes
just
our life hard. Supreme's trying to get some damage done at the back line. Lincoln's popped. No poison touch being used, though. Was something else.
I love the
Now that they see the
discipline.
Lincolns, they need to get like a single target spell off before Dazzle throws in poison touch.
Yep. I love the discipline from Secret, just falling back, take the side, go back, it's fine. Wait on the high ground with Boom. They are spread out though, like this might be a kill here even, if they commit to it.
Well, Morty's will connect just at the maximum range, and Broodmother trying to zigzag, but he's got Pipe and Greaves, and will tank a lot of it. BKB used by Armel. Big fight breaking loose. ITV, they need to win this one if they want to keep themselves alive in this game. Abaddon still getting to live a little bit longer with the borrowed time. BKB still available. Immersion's going to go down. Respect is all solo HP, but will go falling. And Sibe, again, just isolating Crystallis with his BKB.
Bash.
Well, he will get a couple hits
Bash
onto the Naga, but no bash. Sadly, no basher.
Unfortunate, no basher, but yeah, they get baited the same way I got baited on the Brood this time around. I thought that maybe they'll Dreamcoil her a little bit earlier, but the man gets all the way to the cliff. Like, you have a Brood on a cliff, you don't have enough damage, for sure.
Well, they got the Hex this time onto the Puck. It is from a Sheep Stick into the Pulverize, and Supreme is dead. Man, there's so many good things in the Secret draft, and one thing that I didn't actually talk about when they went for the first phase, Brood and the Dazzle to answer the Naga, they also have a pretty deadly heal bomb.
They do. Like, the illusions from Abba, the Broodlings, the heal bomb is...
It's kind of insane.
Yeah, it really
To use
is.
it, though. Immersion trying to keep them at bay. Charging in is Armel. Does get silenced up, but the Naga is going to end up taking some hits. Cookie save. Puck with the buyback. Supreme gets the coil up to 2, does have the dazzle and the primal beast, but they're also going to get out as that Aeon disc will buy some time for Puppy. Still being controlled by Supreme. Supreme still right-clicking away. Will take down Puppy. On to the high ground. Crystal is trying to fight back with the Shaker. Keep the Shaker at bay. No more fissures for you, sir. And another blinket from Crystal as the 3-man stun. Buy some time, at least to control them for a second. But the damage is just not sufficient. The Naga's in trouble on the low ground. And there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Surrounded by Secret. And they will lose the carry Naga. Supreme has to blink away. And now the Rex are really in peril.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Anyone?
Continuing with the siege.
Radiant's
There's the
bottom
Basher
tower
you also
is
talked about for the Abaddon.
Did he actually get it? He got it? Nice.
Yep, he's bought it. It is in his stash. Could just blink next to the fountain to pick it up, you know, the classic.
Radiant's bottom
That is your bottom lane of racks gone. 2 sets of racks taken by Secret. Another Hex onto the Viper. I think that's just a bit more for show from Boom. Waving his hand up.
They have a tier 2 on top lane, so that needs to be taken down first. You could wait for Rosh, it's up in like, what, 10 seconds? Like, you could go do that first. But, I mean, this game is over. Done and dusted. I don't see the way. Do you see the way?
Do I see the what?
The way? Because I...
way?
Yeah, I don't see the way.
Do you know their way?
Show me the way. I see the way though, like I didn't have my protein shake this morning, so I'm a bit grumpy. I'm
Oh, the
sorry,
way.
Panda.
Oh. I thought you were doing some kind of pun. I was like, the way? I was like, wait, what?
And I was.
just
It's
silly.
it's just that my bad Slavic accent doesn't translate that well. You need to know me a bit
It
better.
is completely fine, my friend.
Yes, yes. Into the pit. Age Ascent Shard, double damage on Abaddon, because why not?
Yeah, we're just not getting too much out of this Naga this game. Like, too many answers on the side of Secret.
Give him the rocks.
Just lacking damage.
Let him throw some rocks. But he's not gonna
Oh,
take
hell
it.
yeah.
He would have eaten it by now. He's gonna give it. Yeah, he's gonna give it to someone else. Who's getting?
Looks
Who's
like
getting
it.
the
Is
shard?
it Abaddon? Oh yeah, missed coil dealing Abaddon right-click damage on impact. Sure.
Radiant's top tower.
Increases Curse of Avernus base slow as
Oh,
well.
there's the slow
Yeah,
as well. You get
that's
the
big.
35% now.
Dire's bottom tower
Basic
is
slow.
under
Yeah,
attack.
yeah, and the curse slow. So yeah, that's gonna get
Radiant's
improved by a
top
lot.
tower is under attack.
Get your first hit in and you're basically stuck. I'm stuck, bro.
Monkey.
Monkey King also stuck in the trees right now, but it's just a bait. We'll take down Respect. 2-man stun coming out. The Viper is in trouble. Will get pulverized with the BKB used, so Armel not interrupted, but Otakar, Supreme. This is the chance. This is the real fight they need to get, but they don't get anything out. The coil's still unused as well. Targeting Puppy, wanting to take down the Dazzle, but they're also going to worry about so many different things right now with Armel. He's stomping the ground, charging on top of the Naga Siren. Otako trying to take the fight. Bash comes out. Echo slam from Immersion. Is this the chance to take him out? It just not doing enough damage. The sustain is too much to deal with an ITB. You're running out of tools. You're running out of answers. It's only questions from now on. Secret runs them down and forces out the GG from ITB. Secret takes game 1.
Nicely done by Secret. Like, from the moment I joined, obviously they were already ahead, so I didn't really see the full...